What's up guys, Jtails here. So, I just want to get a few things clear before getting into the bulk of the video, but yeah, so the first thing is, part 2 of this series I'm gonna put on my JtailsTV channel. I want to separate my gaming from my other types of videos, videos that feature me, vlogs, politics, etc., whatever I decide to do. I want to keep the gaming and the other stuff separate from each other. If you don't think that's a good idea, let me know, but I think that I might have to do it for my channel. So please, if you enjoy this video, check out JtailsTV in the description below and subscribe to that channel because that's where all my vlogs are going to start going from here on out. So now that that's settled, I just really wanted to thank everybody who has emailed me. You guys are sharing your lives with me and your personal stories, and I know it's not easy, especially, you know, to share that with a stranger on the internet. So really thank you guys so much for sharing with me, and believe me, I have read all your stories. I've read all the emails I've gotten. I just, you know, I was practicing for Genesis and then I got really sick, and now I'm finally on my feet and I'm good to go and give a lot of advice. I've shortened some of these down because some of them were very long, so I kind of shortened them down to narrow it to the point, I guess, for the video and to be more concise. So I guess I'll get started. So the first email I have here is I'll just start reading it. It was my senior year and I was thinking about, hey, maybe I should be in the military. It has a great amount of benefits and I really need leadership in my life, so let me apply to some military schools as well as some civilian colleges. Come to find out, I couldn't really apply to Air Force Academy because I had a disqualification, which was asthma, and I needed a waiver for that, which I couldn't get. So basically this person, they got into a school, they ended up getting into a school and everything was paid in full, and then they got a letter and it said, I thought it was something I needed, like a packaging list. It was a dismissal from the Corps of Cadet due to my stay at a behavioral health center. I cried and was like, no, this isn't gonna happen. I'm calling the commandant, and there has to be something I can do, but there was no waiver. I'm glad I have the opportunity to go to college and have a college experience, but it's kind of like the school is mocking me for not being in the Corps. There are more cadets than civilians, so seeing them is still a little hard for me. So, and this is from, I don't know if they want me to say their name, so I'm not going to say it, but, yeah, so that's really hard, you know, like, you really wanted it. I know you applied to all these schools, and your SAT scores, you know, you kind of barely missed the cutoff, and then eventually you did get into, a school, which is awesome. And then only to find out that, you know, that you can't be a cadet and you have to kind of be a civilian. So I get that. It's like a lot of your hope has been put into one path, and then it gets blocked off, and then finally you get a chance and then that gets blocked off, and now you're just kind of like worn out, and I really understand how that could be. It's not a good feeling at all, but I think that maybe somehow you could try to apply again to the Corps, if that's what you really want, or transfer schools. Figure out if there are other methods for a civilian to eventually join the Corps, because I know that, you know, the behavioral health things, the asthma, you know, those are conditions that you can't necessarily control. So it is important to it's hard because we as humans, we want to be in control, right? We want to be in control of our destiny. We want to go for what we want no matter the case, right? But you have asthma, and that's something you can't control. So you can't be in the Air Force because when you're up in with high G forces or whatever, you know, lack of oxygen, that might affect you, and you could die. And similar reasoning for the cadets, you know, maybe your behavioral health at the center wasn't what they were looking for as a person. Maybe you would be put in a high stress situation, and that could be dangerous for you because you might get an anxiety attack. I don't know the exact case, but the point is that I think that those precautions are made so that your safety and the safety of your platoon or your group is not compromised by something that you can't control, no matter how bad you want it. Even if you know what I mean, like it's not your fault, and I want you to understand that it's not your fault. It's just the way that the cookie crumbles sometimes. I mean, it's like if I wanted to be a world-class basketball player, you know, I might not have the genetics for it. I'm not tall enough. I'm not muscular enough. You know what I mean? Like, and not to say that that's not the case, because I could work my ass off for that. But sometimes you kind of have to figure out what your strengths are as a person and pursue them. Don't try to go against the grain. You can, but it'll be much more difficult than other people have it. So I'm not telling you to give up. Still try and figure out if there's a way that you can get into the Corps and become a cadet again. But if it doesn't work out, I think that you should, rather than, you know, feeling disappointed in yourself, just realize that, hey, you know, that's just kind of how things are at the moment, and figure out what your qualities are, what your strengths are. Maybe you're meant to do something else. Maybe you're better at something else that's gonna really help people that is not with the cadets. You know what I mean? Maybe you'll be a medical staff. Maybe you'll be a psychologist. I don't know. I don't know what that is for you, but you have to figure that out. So please don't be so disappointed and so hard on yourself. Sometimes your path is not always what you want, and it's not always clear. I know that really, really well. And I'll probably go into that for myself in one of these upcoming stories. So I hope that helped you somewhat. And I'll probably move on to the next one. Thank you for writing to me. Alright, so the next one. I need some help from you. I have been friends with this one girl for a while now. We became friends while she was in a relationship, so I never thought about trying to be in a relationship with her. Good man. You're a good person. But recently her and her boyfriend broke up, and I kind of want to get somewhere with her. The only problem is that I am currently in the friend zone. Sadly, I was wondering if you could give me some tips on how to get out of the friend zone. Oh, and yeah, I would like to remain anonymous. Don't worry about that. I am keeping you anonymous. So, okay, so the only real way to know that you're in the friend zone is to try. You know, try and invite her out and make things more friendly than usual. Try to flirt with her and see how it goes, because there are a lot of times when you might think you're in the friend zone and you're really not. Maybe that girl does like you, and you know, but she was just in a relationship and she just got out of it, so now you do have a chance. And but you have to pursue. You have to you know, even if it's being completely honest and saying, hey, you know, we've been friends for a long time, and I know you were with your boyfriend, you know, and over that time, hold on, let me close the window, because people are really loud around here. Sorry about that. So over this time, I've really started to like you a lot, and I know we've been friends for a long time, so I don't want you to feel weird about it, but how do you feel about me? And then if she, you know, if she tells you, sorry, you know, I just see you as a friend, then that's fine, you know, then that's it. Once you're in the friend zone, so to speak, it kind of disqualifies you as a potential boyfriend, and there's no real way to get out of it. It just means that to that person, you know, you've developed a certain kind of relationship, and it's not the kind that they would be looking for. So if that is the case, I'm saying try it, and if you get a negative answer, don't stop being friends with them. Continue being friends with them. Don't make things awkward, of course. Also, it's gonna be some level of awkward. When I asked out my current girlfriend Rachel, it was the most awkward. I can give you a bit of a reenactment. It was kind of like, you know, we're talking on the phone, and I was like, so there's something really important that I have to tell you. And she said, okay, what is it? And this was me. I really, it took me like almost 2-3 minutes to get it out. And I finally said, we've been talking for a while, and just recently, you know, I've completely realized that I really, really like you, and I don't know if you think it's weird or crazy or what, but I just really wanted to be honest with you, and I really wanted to tell you my feelings, and yeah. So that, you know, it's gonna be awkward. Like, if you're honest, it's gonna feel awkward, but once you get past that initial awkwardness, either she's gonna like you and it'll be smooth sailing from there, you're gonna be really happy, or she's gonna say, I'm sorry, I don't see you that way. And that's okay. That's fine. You know, like, you're not meant to be in a relationship with everyone you like. That's just how life works. But try it, and if it doesn't work out, you know, like, at least you can say that you tried. You won't live your life knowing, like, what if, you know what I mean? You won't be wondering. So I think you should try. Any case, okay, next one. So Jtails, this girl in my class doesn't like me, and I don't know what I did wrong. We seemed like friends, but she stopped talking to me, and I heard later that one of her friends said I was talking trash about her behind her back. When I tried to apologize and try to tell her I didn't talk about her behind her back, she ignored me. What do I do, Senpai? By the way, keep up the good work with the ditty. I really enjoy your videos. Thank you for writing to me. Alright, so this is a weird case. One of her friends, you know, said you were trash talking. Whether it was true or not, think about it from her perspective. So, she's friends with you. She thinks everything's cool. One of her female friends, her close friends, is like, you know what I heard Johnny say yesterday? He said you were fat and you were a batch. So, you know what I mean? Like, she's gonna think weirdly. She's gonna, like, yeah, be more reclusive. So it's hard. She's not gonna want to hear it because she's mad at you, whether you did it or not. Sometimes people, I don't want to say just girls can be like that, because guys can be like that too. So I'm very sorry about that. But I think that you could go out of your way and do something really courageous. Maybe get her some chocolate, flowers, find out what she likes, and really commit to delivering that message. Bring her a box of chocolate, if she's still single by now. Bring her a box of chocolate and be like, hey, whatever you think, I didn't trash talk you. I have nothing but respect for you, and here's a box of chocolate. And don't even say anything else, just walk away. If she has some sort of heart, she will call you and say, hey, wait, don't walk away, let's talk about it. If you know, even if it takes a week or two, she might come around. So if you really are sincere in your apology, do something that'll show her with your actions, not just with your words. Sometimes actions speak louder than words. Even if it sucks that you didn't do anything and it's not your fault, but show it and show her, right? So I think that'll be good for you. All right, next. And we have a bit more. I did wait a while to release this video because I got really busy with stuff. So alright, I'll try and speed up a little bit. I don't want this to be like too long of a video, but okay. So hi Jtails, I just finished your video and I thought I'd give it a try and ask for advice and guidance. My name is currently 20 years old. It's my 3rd year in college and I'm studying psychology as a major. Recently, I've been overwhelmed with where I'm trying to be in life. I am looking to be a high school counselor, but I must pursue my master's after my bachelor's degree. The path seems far away for me that I'm afraid I'm going to get lost along the way. I have a difficult transition into adulthood. Oh yeah, trying to find a job for the first time, paying back student loans, and just overall not having enough confidence in myself to start being an adult and taking care of myself. I would like to accomplish so much by the end of next year. I want to be a better version of myself. take the first step. Okay, so yeah, this is, dude, I moved across the entire country after getting my master's degree. I don't want to say I'm irresponsible, but I've had a lot of growing up to do in my time. So honestly, I think if I could get through life so far, I'm 28, I got my master's degree, and I'm still trying to figure things out. I still don't have a job that's like keeping me afloat right now. That's why, you know, I'm trying to figure things out in my life too. Other people have it figured out. Some, you know, some people don't. That's just how it is. Honestly, just keep doing what you're doing. You're in your 3rd year. You're probably doing well. Master's degree, it's tough, but it's doable. Anybody can do it. Anybody can do whatever they want. The student loans, I'm still paying off my student loans. I have to defer them because I can't make all the payments. So the point I'm trying to make is, it is a scary thing. Adulthood is a scary thing. Everything is going to feel overwhelming, but I'm sure you have people in your life, you know, maybe older brothers or cousins, your parents, friends who can support you, people who have done it before. Like, how do I do my taxes? I don't know. No one really was able to help me. I had to Google that. So you know what I mean? You have resources with which to figure things out. So please don't feel overwhelmed. I don't think you'll get lost along the way. If you're already this far along and you seem to have a good head on your shoulders, so I don't think you're gonna get lost along the way. Just take it one step at a time. You know, like for 1 month, set a goal. I'm gonna get a job this month. You can do that. The next month, I'm going to figure out how to do taxes. The next month, I'm going to, you know, just take it step, because if you try to do everything at once, you're gonna freak out. Yeah, it's a lot. So try to break things down and set deadlines for yourself to try and accomplish things. Don't try to take on all of adulthood in one sitting. It's not fun. But yeah, so take that first step, man. I think you can do it. Just you know, make sure to be informed, talk to your advisors, figure out what you need for your master's degree programs, figure out what jobs in your field are looking for, etc. and just keep at it. Yeah. So thank you for writing to me. Good afternoon. My name is freshman, 1st year. I plan to take 22 units rather than 18, the normal size load. While my first semester was full of Smash, I'm debating whether or not I should drop Smash down the line. So I've also ran into this problem with Smash Brothers Brawl. I was a sophomore, junior, senior, and then I did an extra year, an extra semester at my college. And I had a loaded term. I had one term with 24 units. So you can't really play around with your school, man. Either your parents are paying for it, you're on a scholarship, or you have loans, or you're paying for it. Whatever the case may be, you can't mess up because it's a big waste of money. So if the first semester was full of Smash, I would say that, see, I don't want to be hypocritical because I kept playing Smash, and I also, like, I minimized the amount of Smash I played. I played very, very little during my very, very tough terms. But I always made sure I studied for my tests, did all my homework. You know, I stayed on top of my grades. So if you're going to take 22 units, if you don't think you can handle it while playing Smash, don't play Smash. School's more important. Smash will always be around. Even if it's the next installment, like in a few years from now. Smash is always going to be there. You spending an extra year in school because you're not on top of things, that's going to set you back a little bit more. So yeah, that's basically it. Okay, next one. I'm currently a senior in college with plans to finish my undergrad degree and graduate from university. And graduate from university this August of 2017. I originally had plans to spend my last semester of college studying abroad in Europe, but I'm worried about graduating without any real volunteer or internship experience related to my field of study, public health. The study abroad program is related to every major, but I feel like getting a local internship might look better on my resume. Do you advise that I go on a trip to Europe or stay home the last semester of college and find an internship instead? very good question. So it's hard. I made the mistake. See, you guys are learning from other people's questions, and you're also learning from my mistakes. So I think this is a really helpful thing. I made the mistake of not taking internships or jobs during my undergraduate years. Also, I was playing a lot of Smash, and I was doing well for myself, but jobs want experience. That is the #1 thing that they're gonna look for. Internships, if you can work while you're in school, that is optimal. As for the study abroad program, it does sound like that would be a lot of fun, and like you would really broaden your horizon. You know, when you're studying abroad, you're exposed to new languages, new cultures, new people, new everything, and it helps you mature as a person. You know, you being so far away from home, it helps you grow and it gives you responsibility. So does having a job. So these are two opportunities of growth that you have to decide between. But it sounds to me like you really are concerned with your career in public health. So I think that if your career is that important to you, the ideal answer is stay local, save money, get an internship or a job closely related to that field. Make sure it is, so that you get the experience you need, because it's going to help you in the long run and the short run. Then once you get good in your career and you get like that job you've been wanting, you can make good money. You can always travel to Europe whenever you want. You know what I mean? Like, you can always go to Europe on your own time, on your own money, with new friends, or with keep in touch with your college friends, I don't know. But if your career is super important, do not underestimate like the power of an internship and a job. The market is super competitive right now. Everyone's going to college, everyone's doing internships, everyone's competing. So I think figure out what you truly want right now, and just weigh your options. You know, I don't want to influence you in any way, but I think that you should figure it out and choose what was right for you. I can't tell you what you want. I don't know what you want, so. But hopefully that does shed some light. Alright guys, so I do have a bit more submissions, but I might save them for the next video actually, because it's gonna be a long time. So I'm actually gonna hold off and end the video here. But thank you guys so much for writing to me, and thank you guys so much for watching. I very much appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel if this is your first time, and if you're watching this and you have something that's on your mind, send me an email at jtailstv@gmail.com. So yeah, that's basically it. Thank you guys very much, and I will see you all next time. Later.